Tom Lavecchia here with a very, very special announcement. Today, we'll be announcing uh, our acquisition of a new prominent channel. And those who know me, for the most part, know me as the Armchair MBA. So let's get started. Hello, Tom Lavecchia here with the latest edition of the Armchair MBA and now Mobsters Inc. I'm Tom Lavecchia. This can be broadcasted to Mobsters Inc., um, Armchair MBA, and then also the New Theory channel. So I'm here to announce some exciting news. I'll give people a second to come in, but I'm really excited to announce this news today that the people that know the Armchair MBA will be excited. And for those with Mobsters Inc., will get acclimated with the brand and know what to expect. The Truth, how are you? Thank you so much. Carlos, muchas gracias, hermano. And Jamie Groves, how are you? We're going to start bringing different communities together. And again, I am really excited. So just to give you guys the backdrop and introduction to some of you, my name is Tom Lavecchia. I am a podcaster. I am an entrepreneur. I am in the media space. And this is something that I've been working on for a little while. Back in April, I announced that I'm going to scale the channel and find different ways to scale the channel. We had really strong organic growth on Armchair MBA. We're going to probably be at 13,000 followers in about a week or so. But I also looked out for an acquisition, either a partnership or an acquisition. Came across Mobsters Inc. Let me just give you guys a quick view. Mobsters Inc. is a phenomenal channel. Close to 30,000 subs. We'll probably be at 30,000 by the end of the week. George from the UK is what I call a growth hacker. And he has and knows ways to expedite growing your YouTube channels and different ways. I'm not going to talk about strategy and how he does it, but he does it. So he's going to stay on. And I want to thank George in the UK for growing Mobsters Inc. I really appreciate it. And it was excellent job that he's done to bring it thus far. At X Factor Media, we feel we can bring it to another level. He's also going to be working on the Armchair MBA brand and help us grow that to 30,000 subs. So we're roughly around 12.3. He's already on the brand, has been working on it for about a week or so, and already produced like stellar results, a few hundred subs already. So he's going to do his magic, all organic, all strategic, just really good, awesome content. So let me break it down for everybody, okay? But before I do, I just want to announce Armchair MBA store is live. The new merch line, the custom line is in. Mobsters Inc. will have some merch available shortly, but we're really happy to announce the Armchair line. We obviously got the Sicilia shirt. This is our bestseller. We kind of dug down to smaller regions like Puglia, Abruzzo, and I personally have this on the way because I have to be from Napoli. For those like to travel, we have a dope Armchair MBA bag for the travel needs. So the store line is up. That's another smaller announcement. I'll put a link below. It's a great way to cop the merchandise, great way to cop some dope gear, but also help the brand and help us grow. So let me break it down for everybody. Mobsters Inc., again, is going to be strictly organized crime content, premium content. I have two major interviews coming up. I'm talking tier 1 interviews. One is exclusive to the US, first time ever. The other one is just, these are really big interviews. The big interviews are going to be and reside on Mobsters Inc. Armchair MBA is still going to do organize the business of the underworld and organized crime content, but you'll see more deeper analysis. You'll see more deeper dives. Think of it like ESPN and ESPN Plus. So Armchair MBA is still going to do that. We're going to open it up for some business topics and some celebrity relationships that I have. I'm going to start cashing them in to have them some notable people, as well as some high-end business. So Mobsters Inc. lane is going to be organized crime, nothing more, nothing less, and it's going to be premium content. Mobsters Inc. is going to be premium. Armchair MBA is going to be more everyday content. We'll still probably do some lives. We're still going to unpack. We're still going to do interviews. We're still going to do mob interviews. And then lastly to throw into the mix is we're also relaunching the New Theory podcast. That has been audio only for a number of years. It's a smaller podcast. However, it covers a lot of business topics and lifestyle. So we're going to kind of have that within the portfolio. So whether you're an eclectic person like me who wants to watch a story about a mob boss, but also CEO, you're going to have that eclectic content available. If you're somebody who just, you know what, just give me the mob stuff, you have Mobsters Inc. and Armchair MBA. So I'm really excited about this announcement. It's something that we've been working on for a while. Very favorable terms. George was extremely fair. He's staying on board for the foreseeable future as a consultant, and he's going to be working on multiple brands. David Cameron, thank you so much. Thank you, BK Skip. Hey, Rolex race cars, reach out to me. I know we need to talk. Hopefully you're doing well. Because I subscribe to Monsters Inc. Yeah, Monsters Inc. is a bigger medium than Monsters Inc., but nevertheless, Big Boy Blue, how are you? Mob Organized Crime Podcast, check him out. Is a great channel. You're speaking so fast, be slow. Well, I'm a few espressos deep. I'm Italian American. It's kind of what I do, but I do appreciate the feedback. Okay, yo, mama. Thank you so much. And again, what I'm going to ask you to do is please subscribe to Mobsters Inc. I'm going to put a link below. If you're on Mobsters Inc., I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the Armchair MBA. If you are on both, subscribe to the New Theory podcast. Hold on one second. I just have a little bit of an ambient noise. Sorry about that. You have that when you have 4 kids and you have a little bit of ambient noise. So I'm going to put all the links below. Again, if you are subscribed to Armchair, please check out Mobsters Inc. and vice versa. And if you're subscribed to both, check out New Theory podcast. Yes, it is morning here, sir. It's about 10:30 a.m. Bring back MBA and Button-Man catalog if possible. Yeah, I could look into that. As of now, it's not live, and no plans for the foreseeable future. We're actually focusing on perspective content. We're focusing on new content, fresh content generated by me and or guests that I have on the show. So, Achilles, I don't see that in the foreseeable future. So, can Indians start their own crime family? Actually, there is organized crime groups in India. They're extremely fascinating, and one of the guys is a billionaire. Yeah, Mobsters Inc. is a great channel. It's a great acquisition. We're really excited. Are we going to see a lot more Tom on YouTube in the coming future? Yes. And then I'm also going to have some co-hosts, especially on Armchair MBA, some smaller co-hosts that we want to kind of help out, kind of grow our affiliate network there, grow our network there. I'd like to do more lives if possible, but stay tuned. Yeah. And then also maybe other guest hosts that may be sitting in for me that will help the show out. Let me see. 7:19, and it's going to be hot today. Yes, it is, especially where I am in the world. So are you done posting your own stuff? No. I still on Armchair MBA, I still on the story and on the shorts post my I treat like social media, my French toast and all my nonsense. So I will be posting my stuff there. I'll be interviewing on both channels, actually all 3 channels. And Jason Venturelli is going to pick up some of the New Theory stuff. That's JSV Capital. And we're just going to kind of mix it up. And then Mobsters Inc., we're also going to be doing some documentary style type stuff. So just stay tuned. It's really exciting stuff. We have some really cool stuff. We really think that we will yes, the voting and opinion questions on Mobsters Inc. are not going anywhere. That's what it's known for. The channel averages over 7,000 votes each time, as much as 13,000 votes. If anything, we're going to take best practices of each, and we're going to start migrating a lot of that polling over to the Armchair MBA. Organic and inorganic growth. Exactly. So you have a mixture of organic growth. So a brand like Armchair MBA, it's on iTunes, is a top 100 podcast. And now we're going to be introducing audio for Mobsters Inc. to give that a different channel there. And then vice versa. We're going to be doing more video and more get more subscribers by partnering with Mobsters Inc. to get them to come over to Armchair to check out that content and vice versa. We see it being accretive. We see both brands being at 100,000 followers and subscribers, hopefully by year's end. Tom raised his hand. Yeah, we're betting big on this. It's some pretty cool stuff. We're investing in it. Budgets are set. We have the plan in place, and we are really, really excited. I'd like to see to get more alpha material. I'm working on a piece. It's a insider kind of driven piece on the outfit. It's kind of current, which I normally don't like to do. That's a little bit of the holdup, but stay tuned. That'll be done. Hey, Gus. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. George is here. George is a good man. Jesse, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Jesse, check out Jesse and Josie Partners in Crime. Josie was a co-host on the previous show with Bobby Luisi. Great show. Check that out. And then Jesse was also on the Mobsters Inc. So I think Jesse already subscribes to both, which is pretty cool. Bene grazie. Serafino, buongiorno. Email me when you get a chance, Serafino. I'm looking forward to the upcoming interviews. I wish you all the best venture. I'm already subbed to. It's beautiful. So it's even better if you're subbed to both. You're kind of familiar with what I can deliver, and we're going to elevate that in Mobsters Inc. I couldn't believe it when JSV mentioned the other day that he would roll on somebody. I believe it was a recent unpacking. Huge fan of these new unpacking. I know Jason personally. He was kind of doing that tongue in cheek. He's been in situations where he had the opportunity to save his skin over others. He hasn't done it. I know him for probably about a year and a half now and spent a lot of time over that year and a half. So he had time to show his character flaws. But I think that was just him just being tongue in cheek. I know that's something not to joke about, but he's not a street guy. So he's not, beholden to like, oh, man, you screwed up for saying that. But nevertheless, it was a little bit of tongue in cheek. Creating your own crime family is a good or bad thing. It is a bad thing, but discussing it is a good thing. How could you go to bed listening to Armchair Panisi chats when those have been for at least 6 months? Are we fibbing, David? I noticed I didn't get a hello from you. David, will you please say hello to the truth? We appreciate that. Mad stuff happening in Dublin, lads. American government paid out 5 million bounties on the heads of the Irish mafia. Christy Kinahan and his 2 sons. Yeah, I'm working on some stuff on the Kinahan crime family. I'm working to get that going. Stay tuned for that. Not a ton out there, so that's why it's going to take some time. Thank you, Paul. Hello. Big G, how are you, sir? Happy you're here. It's cool to see people from the different audiences all come together. And we'll take it from there. Are there plans to discuss what contents Mafia besides their own? I hear a lot of Mandragora, it's skiing groups in parts of Africa. Okay. So I'm working on a few pieces on Andragora, Antonio Pelle to be specific. And then also going to be interviewing a world-renowned Andragora expert. I had her on the books for last week. She had to cancel, unfortunately. She moved it to August, but we have it in the books. So stay tuned there. But we're going to be doing a lot more international stuff. I'm not done with the Lato family and the Komora. If you haven't seen, check it out. I also did a piece on Totorina and allegedly wanting to kill John Gotti. And I have some stuff cooking there as well. That's pretty big. So stay tuned. Yeah, there's some belief to that. Check out the bit of the Kinahan. I agree. And Drago Komordo work hand in glove with them. The amount of work-class boxers, MMA. Yeah, it's interesting. They seem to have a lock on that. So it's pretty cool. So this is pretty interesting, and I'll share this with everybody. So when I was looking into the acquisition, um, I said, okay, you know what? I don't like to own things and then not be able to own them, meaning the intellectual property, the IP. Armchair MBA is a little tough to trademark. It's okay if I don't have that. It's more my moniker for now. So I wasn't worried about that, but I am proud to announce as part of the acquisition, we have applied for the U.S. trademark for Mobsters Inc. It is crazy. When I looked and contacted my IP attorney, who happens to be my niece, she says Mobster Inc. is available. People had it and they let it go. So we are in the process. We are in the process of applying for the intellectual property. It's looking pretty good. The government has the application. We're hoping to hear back within 6 months. So it's a good chance that we'll own the intellectual property or the trademark or the copyright registered trademark, if you will, for Mobsters Inc. And the grand plan is to migrate that channel bigger and turn it into a men's lifestyle brand. We got some big stuff here. We have the financial backing. We got some great people watching. We got some great content. We got the great interviews lined up. We have some really, really big interviews lined up. So I'm just really excited about this announcement. Hopefully you can discuss that. 25 in the chat and you're killing it. Angry Sig, you know what? I am going to be continuously empathetic to trolls. I'm out of the troll game. Sorry to break it to you. The truth of the matter is I don't do a live on Armchair NBA. We only did one live ever on Mobsters Inc. That was last night with Frank Fiordolino. We covered the Giannini crew, so please check that out. And when you don't do a lot of lives, you don't trip the algorithm. If you continue to do a lot of lives, you will. So we're going to figure out the right live strategy that makes the fit for the brands. But today's a good day, Angry Sig. Sorry to break it to you, but deal's done. The IP's in. The value of the channel alone, 30,000 subs, having the IP, having Mobsters Inc., having the logo, have etc. Just that alone, if I got offered a $50,000 check just for the brand, I would tell them to go scratch. So we have some really, really good and exciting things happening. Shubham, about future products, not give Q&A on how to start a crime family. Tracy Gamwell, how are you? I have always loved your channel. This is so cool. So much Mafia content and a lot more to come. Only Tom Divvies enter the troll game, Tom. Tom OC Shorts is running out of content. Only so many mob stories could be told. Be eclectic. I like James. I will continue to like James. I feel there's a lot more mob content. He's in a cover. I think it's onward and upward for James. And he is just a fantastic guy. So, in summary, X Factor Media, my company, acquired Mobsters Inc. Again, I'm going to put a link below after the show. Please subscribe. I'd like to see those numbers come up. Those are Mobsters Inc. Please like the Armchair and NBA. And then lastly, New Theory Podcast. If you like my interviewing style and you like that type of content and business and so forth, check out New Theory Podcast as well. So that is the news for today. Really excited. I'm actually on vacation for the rest of the week, so there's not going to be a ton of new content. I might do something. Nadu is the next hit. The brick wall. I don't think so. I think Jeff, his strong suit is he looks after or looks and reports on lesser known people, and there are so many mobsters that have fell through the cracks that either, just we don't know about or for whatever reason aren't covered. So stay tuned. Jeff Nadeau will continue to report on that. On top of it, he likes all things Italian. He especially knows a Camorra pretty well. I'm looking forward to him hopefully reporting more on that. Big G, thank you so much. Tom Mobsters Inc. When you make it a man's brand, you should make a nice Italian suits. I would buy. Suits may be a little far off, but Big G, I will tell you, T-shirts and merch are right around the corner. We're also going to IP or get the property rights for the logo as well. So stay tuned for that. And Big G, if you like anything in the store, check it out. Again, we have all different custom designs that do reflect the Armchair NBA brand. And Big G, a sincere thank you for the Cash App. This is a big investment for me personally, a big investment for me professionally. So every dollar helps, and I really do appreciate your contribution. The Canaan cartel is part of European super cartel. Yeah, so there's a belief that the Camorra Rafael Imperiale, he was extradited from Dubai. He was getting allegedly the drugs directly from South America. He had a painting that he was holding as ransom, like $100 million. Just that painting was worth. They kind of do that as a get out of jail free card. He got extradited back to Italy, but there's believed to be a super cartel in Europe that includes the Camorra, Indrangheta, the Cosa Nostra, and allegedly the Kinahan cartel. So stay tuned for that. Is that continue to be Yeah, Jason, I'm hoping he's going to get back on the horse for New Theory. He just had a baby as well, so he's been a little busy, but we'll probably rotate interviews there. I did some really cool interviews there as well. You should become the Ruthless Analysis, where you ruthlessly pick apart and analyze every mob tuber with a fine-tuned comb. The movie The Ruthless was great, about a guy who kind of became the cocaine king in Milan, and without the Indrangheta, which I think he was part of the Indrangheta, but they say he wasn't. But in terms of other mob tubers and drama tubers, we're graduating from that. Consider this a bare minimum, if we haven't already, graduated from that. And we wish my colleagues well. And I will be collaborating with some people from the mob genre space. But nevertheless, we're just sticking out of the drama, staying out of the drama. Yes, we'll be hated, but you also have the top rankings. If somebody hates me for growing my brand, this is what I do. I'm an entrepreneur. I either start ventures and grow them, or I acquire ventures and pour gasoline on them. If somebody really dislikes me for doing that and I'm doing them no harm, then again, I will make sure to be empathetic towards them. He got a lot of time off his sentence by handing back. Exactly. So the strategy is you have these priceless piece of arts that you say, hey, you know what? Here are my get out of jail free cards. Here you go. I don't know if he hands them over and gets some money for him or just hands them over and buys freedom, but they did relax his time as a result. That's the big money guys. He was staying in like hotels that were like $20,000 a night on the low end, but crazy stuff. I call the next emoji masterpiece out of content and nowhere to go. The Kinahan soon will be sitting in American Supermax jail. I mean, again, Europe's a different ball game. European bosses, particularly mob bosses, tend to go on the run. Rocco Morabito was found in Uruguay, escaped, was found again, but he was on the run for 27 years. I don't know if people don't look that hard, or there's more resources because maybe they're wealthier individuals. In the U.S., Don Vito, in Europe, you could skip town. You're gone for years. Look at Matteo Massimo Dinero. So U.S. a little different. They tend not to lam it, but that's a great comment. Hey, Dr. Adolphus Radler, pleasure to meet you as well, and I look forward to providing some great service to you. Major owner of Mob Inc. Step away. No. His name is George. That's not his real name, but we call him George. He's a behind the scenes guy. He's a growth hacker. He is staying on the payroll. He's staying on as a consultant. He's going to continue with Mobsters Inc., but he's also going to continue with Armchair MBA. So when you see those little popcorn emojis pop up in the comment section, it's more likely him than mine. Tom, we graduated as well. We're now in high school. Yeah, exactly. Such good news. Drop in the nonsense. Best wishes. Thank you, David. I appreciate all the support. You can't hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Please just make sure you can hear me. Okay. The Kinahans are wanted by the FBI, of course, and obviously Interpol, etc. Here is another emoji masterpiece. Mr. French Toast. Exactly the truth. So I just wanted to jump on for a quick live. Thank you, David. I just want to jump on for a quick live. I don't do a lot of these, as you guys know. If you're an armchair guy, check out Mobsters Inc. I'll put the link below. If you're a Mobsters Inc. person, please subscribe to Armchair. And if you're both, check out the New Theory podcast. A sincere thank you to Big G for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Please check out the merch store. I don't do a lot of lives. I don't get, a lot of super chats and the thanks, that kind of stuff. Big G, again, thank you. So it's really appreciated. So the way we kind of monetize our channels is through monetization. We have some sponsorships lined up, and we have some pretty dope merch that we use our creative director to design by Christine. She's a great designer, and I'm really proud of what she did. Really check it out. Cop the shirts, cop the brand. Let's build a community, and let's go. So I will close this out with the Mobsters Inc. Thank you very much, and sincere thank you, and God bless.